Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. What if the real villain in the office drama isn't the one yelling, but the one smiling calmly while everything falls apart around her? Tension explodes between Electra and Dylan at the office, and what begins as a heated confrontation slowly turns into a dangerous game of perception. While Electra reacts emotionally, Dylan appears calm and professional, and that shift might put Electra's career at serious risk. Alright, let's talk about the latest drama unfolding because things are getting messy, strategic, and honestly a little ruthless. This whole situation really kicks off when Electra confronts Dylan at the office. And from the very first moment, you can tell Electra is already on edge. From Electra's point of view, Dylan has been slowly inserting herself into every corner of her life. First, there was the situation involving Will Spencer, which already left some emotional scars. And now, suddenly, Dylan is working at the same company too. So, when Electra approaches her at work, this is not exactly a calm or friendly conversation. It's more like months of frustration finally spilling out all at once. Electra, besides, accuses Dylan of deliberately showing up everywhere she goes. In her mind, Dylan already took Will away from her, and now she's appearing at Forrester Creations as well. The confrontation is less about facts and more about emotions that Electra has already been holding inside for a long time. But Dylan doesn't react the way Electra probably expected. Instead of matching that anger, she pushes back calmly. Dylan insists that she never stole Will from Electra. According to her version of the events, Electra and Will had already broken up before anything ever happened between them. Technically speaking, that argument isn't unreasonable. Dylan presents it like she's simply living her life and accepting opportunities as they come. But here's where the entire dynamic takes a very interesting turn. While Electra is venting all of his anger, Dylan starts noticing something important. Electra is emotional. She's reacting openly, raising her voice, and letting her frustration show right there in the office where other people can see it. And suddenly Dylan seems to realize that this situation could actually work in her favor. Instead of continuing the fight head on, Dylan shifts tactics. She starts creating situations where she and Electra run into each other around the workplace. Maybe it's in a hallway, maybe outside a meeting room, maybe in front of other employees, but every single time it happens, Dylan behaves like the perfect professional. She stays calm, polite, soft spoken, even slightly apologetic. Meanwhile, Electra, who is already irritated and suspicious, keeps reacting emotionally. She snaps back, raises her voice, or throws sarcastic comments about Dylan being there. From the outside looking in, the whole situation starts to look completely different. Dylan appears calm and professional. Electra begins to look like the one who can't let personal drama go. And honestly, this is a classic psychological strategy. Dylan doesn't need to openly attack Electra or sabotage her career. All she has to do is remain calm, while Electra's anger does the damage for her. Slowly, co-workers start noticing the pattern. People see the emotional reactions, but they don't necessarily know the full story between these two women. Without that context, it becomes easy for everyone to assume Electra is simply being difficult while Dylan appears like the victim. And unfortunately for Electra, someone very important is beginning to notice these moments as well. Steffy Forrester. Steffy already knew that Electra and Dylan had a complicated past. When Dylan was first hired, she made something crystal clear to both of them. Whatever personal issues they had needed to stay outside the workplace, Forrester Creation is a professional environment, and emotional drama cannot interfere with business. But now Steffi keeps seeing these uncomfortable encounters happening around the office again and again. Electra appears to be one on reacting emotionally, From Steffy's perspective, it looks like Electra is struggling to separate her personal feelings from her job. And that's where things start getting serious. According to spoilers, Steffy may soon begin considering a drastic step. She might actually fire Electra. That possibility alone raises the stakes dramatically. Steffy's reasoning would be simple. A company cannot function properly if employees constantly drag personal conflicts into workplace. If arguments keep happening in front of staff members, it damages the professional environment. But this is exactly why Dylan's quiet strategy is so dangerous. If Electra ends up losing her job, Dylan never had to sabotage her directly. She didn't need to spread rumors or attack her reputation. All she had to do was stay calm while Electra reacted emotionally. And suddenly, the entire office perception shifts. Of course, there is another way to interpret this situation. Maybe Dylan isn't manipulating anything at all. Maybe she is simply protecting herself. After all, Electra was the one who approached her with accusations first. If Dylan's feel attacked, maintaining professionalism could just be far way of defending herself without escalating the conflict. But this is a soap opera world and things are rarely that simple. Fans are already asking the big question, is Dylan actually getting or setting a trap? Think about it. If Dylan allows Electra to appear unstable at work, she could eliminate her completion in two ways. Professionally, Electra losing her job would strengthen Dylan's position inside the company. Personally, removing Electra from the workplace could also push her farther away from Will Spencer. If that's the plan, Dylan might be playing a very long and very clever game. The real mystery now is exactly whether anyone will eventually notice what's really happening behind the scenes. Sometimes the truth comes out unexpectedly. Someone might witness something unusual. Someone could overhear a conversation, or Dylan herself might slip up. If that happens, the entire situation could flip overnight. Electra might finally be proven right, and Dylan's calm, perfect image could collapse instantly. But right now, Electra is walking straight into a dangerous situation. At the moment, she looks like the problem, even though she might actually be the one being manipulated. And if Steffy seriously considers firing her, the consequences won't just stay in the office. This rivalry would instantly become even more personal. Electra's resentment toward Dylan would grow stronger than ever, and their conflict could explode into something much bigger than a workplace argument. Especially if Will Spencer gets pulled back into the middle again, because in this world love triangles and rivalry never stay small for long. They grow, they escalate, and they usually end up dragging everyone into the chaos. If Steffy begins questioning Electra's professionalism, her entire career at Forrester Creations could be on the line. At the same time, Dylan's calm image might strengthen her position within both the company and the personal rivalry. Honestly, this situation feels suspicious. Dylan's calm reactions are almost a little too perfect, and it really does make you wonder if she's quietly playing a very strategic game. So what do you think is really happening here? Is Dylan cleverly manipulating the situation, or is Electra simply sabotaging herself with her own emotions? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more bold and beautiful drama.